Hello, everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Devotion. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, hi. Hi there.
Anna, you've had an eventful couple of hours.
I'm like incapacitated. I just played on Wizards of the Coast official Dungeons & Dragons channel. We play Dice Camera Action before the show every week. And that was the craziest thing. I don't know if y'all want spoilers or not, but my character was called to make the ultimate sacrifice, then was in mortal peril, then was saved, but was she? And where's her son? And do they or don't they? And will they or won't they? And I'm, Chris Perkins is pretty legendary.
Well, aside from that, how has the last week been for everybody? A couple of weeks, though, because we haven't played for a while. I think we're almost all at the Stream of Annihilation.
We almost all were. It was fantastic, and I miss it already.
Tell more about it, because I've been talking about it forever, but like, I was sad you weren't there, Jen. I thought about you a lot.
Yeah, I was sad too.
I got you a hat.
Aww, that's so sweet.
I'll give it to you at E3.
I want the at E3.
What? I thought you kept saying you were going to.
No, I am going.
Oh.
I was like just saying it again. I was like, how can you
yes.
be there?
Yes.
Presenting a game that finally got announced.
Ooh.
Heck yes.
Do you want to tell us what it is?
Yeah, Far Cry 5.
Yes.
Nice.
One in America.
Very nice.
Yep.
Ooh, maybe it'll be the first one I play.
Yeah, I think you should try it. I'm excited for the things that we will unveil in the coming times until it gets out. I was like, how to be like super bland while saying stuff. I'm always more careful than daring about these types of things.
That's
Jen,
probably good.
I feel like we're the same person right now.
Yes, with our cats, we're like,
Like our cats are literally like, my cat has her arms all over. I'm not moving anywhere.
yeah.
That's funny. Stream Annihilation was awesome. I got to play D&D in person, which I haven't done that in years, and so I didn't even realize like how. I was like, wait a minute, rolling dice. How do I do this? Because I hadn't played D&D in person in so many years, but it was really, really cool. I got to play with a lot of, different people, and then I also appreciated like after playing in person with like I appreciated playing on stream so much more, and how like polite everybody is and giving everybody turns to be able to like speak and talk. Because in person, it's so much harder. I feel like. And it was just a lot of fun, and it was cool seeing Misscliks represented there, and just hanging out on the off time. Like, it wasn't as big of a setting as PAX, which I liked. It was just like a smaller like hang out with your friends vibe the whole time, and just it felt like totally different than a PAX, and I loved it. So
I loved the fact, because obviously I really get into D&D to a scale that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, I think, especially if they don't play D&D. And it was like, I got to host this event and talk to so many people to whom D&D means a lot. Like, it's helped them get through tough times, or it's helped them stay in touch with friends, or just like they get how it is to love a character so much that you kind of treat them like they're a real person almost. And so that was inspiring and empowering. And I had an episode of Dice Camera Action that I played in that was like I said, my character found out that she was going to be asked to die for her friends. So I've spent that entire time since then to now, like, I wrote a will for my character. I wrote letters to each of the other characters that she wrote. I wrote a hymn that she would sing before she died. Like, I've just been so creatively inspired from being around so many earnestly passionate, creative people, where like, no one is like, okay, you're weird. Everyone's like, oh, that's so cool. So it's just, it's like opened a floodgate of creativity in me. So I highly recommend, if you guys didn't get to tune in, that you go watch, especially the Misscliks D&D Risen episode that Neil was in, which is our new show that Misscliks is producing, but on the Wizards of the Coast channel. I was so proud because I feel like they did kind of our legacy proud, because I felt like your session was one of the best in that you like really played off each other, and like it was really, really good.
It was really good.
Well, we had an amazing DM and a great cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And both V and Trump played, which was really fun. And V played Trellis from Seaborn.
Ooh.
So that was really cool.
I didn't really play her. She's not really dead. I just used her name. She is still alive.
It's non-canon. Non-canon.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, Evelyn died in whatever
Outbreak.
that one was called. Outbreak. Yeah, Evelyn died horribly in Outbreak, but that's just non-canon.
Yeah. Yeah. Same character, alternative universe.
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
Varnoosh. He
Mm.
never died. He was just like in 2 shows that the shows died.
Yeah.
And all I know is I learned that over the last few days, Chris Perkins is more cruel than I could ever imagine. I mean, from your story and from what we experienced.
Right?
So like
A lot of fun, too.
Neil is not that cruel. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, don't say anything yet. Apparently, he has it in
And
for
Neil
us.
is Neil's nothing compared to Chris. And
Can you
Wow.
stop egging
Chris
him
is
on?
pretty much like what is it called? The Teletubbies show in comparison.
Wow. We're
Oh,
I'm-
Okay, so I would like
That's
I'd like to
shocking.
know a
Instead of
skill-
devotion, we're just going to be called deceased pretty soon because of your words right now.
Indeed, deceased.
So like from a scale of like DMs like that we all know, like who's the softest and who's the toughest?
I don't know who's soft. I don't know any soft DMs so far.
I wouldn't say soft, but I would say that I'm able to convince Silent Osiris that things are cool enough to bend the rules on a lot. I feel like he might be like.
I think he's the one that kills the least. I feel you have more chances to survive with him, but maybe it's because we play 5th edition with him.
I hear Adam Coble is pretty gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Really?
played with him under him before, but from what I've heard from other people, he's pretty gentle.
Gentle.
Jen was a pretty gentle DM. Jen DM'd our mermaid adventure.
Yeah, I was really not that tough.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that. That was the first episode I was ever on.
Yeah, I
And
think I would
Misscliks.
get meaner though, like if I understood the rules well, because since it was my first time DMing, I was scared of like overpowering or like underpowering things. So
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah.
more about the story than winning or losing. Well, whatever. Yeah. I was not actively trying to kill the people because it was a one-off episode, so I would have liked to complete the story.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we come back into game then? Rather than doing a recap of last week, I think we should do that recap in person because Kess missed last week, and so I think our recap can be you guys reconvening with Kess in Bridgelight and telling her all about your adventures.
And where was I?
You were sort of with them, but then you were sent off to go investigate to see whether the capital was intact or had been destroyed, and it was intact, so then you just rode back and met up with them later.
Okay. Sounds good.
So our whole party is back in Bridgelight, back at the tavern you've been hanging out at there. Yeah. And you're all back together. So why don't you guys tell Kess what you did and what happened to you?
Well, that was quite an adventure. I'm so glad, Cass, that you were brave enough to go to the capital by yourself. I knew it.
Yeah, it ended up everything was intact, so everything was okay. But it's good to be home. And then I run up to him and give him a hug and a kiss.
You've been traveling the whole time, but I appreciate it anyways. Hugging kisses back. Well, it wasn't as lucky in Cauldron, which is where we ended up. Cauldron is completely deserted. It seems like these shadow monsters have overrun it.
And
Did you have something to add, Olivia?
we fought the most humongous demon creature that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really? What did he look like?
And like your boyfriend almost died, and like it was a very intense experience. And like
When she says, and your boyfriend almost died, and Kellen is like waiting for her to say something about him, but then she doesn't. And he's like,
and like
You almost died and you didn't say anything.
Well, that's not really true. I didn't actually
What
die.
happened? Tell me everything.
Well, you see that demon thing was about 15 feet tall. Is that about right, Neil?
It's closer to 9, but you can
Yeah,
say
it was
15.
about 15 feet tall,
Yeah.
and you know those claws, they just swept right on me.
15 feet. That's like double your size.
Right. Well, you know, someone had to stand up to it. Well, I'm just, I was really missing you. You probably would have cut that thing down to size.
But you were brave and you saved everybody.
well,
I try.
I mean, it was kind of out of comeback for a little while. I think that really did it was Kellen's shot. And then my lightning. The wonderful lightning storm. That was great.
Well, I'm glad that you guys made it back safely. And I turned to Kellen. And what about you, brother? Did anything happen to you there?
I guess I didn't really do anything that was notable, apparently, so it's fine.
Well, you know what? Kellen actually stood face to face against that demon alone for some time.
Wow, really, Kellen? And I turn and I like give him wide eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I just, I had to protect our little family, so I just did what I had to do.
I knew you would make us proud. Good job. And I like
Thanks.
give him a
Do we have like a sibling handshake?
yeah, that's right, we do.
We're like, do we do our sibling handshake?
I
Kellen feels better.
I go up to Kess and whisper in her ear, "It was Olivia's fault.
Wait, what? What was
You
Olivia?
abandoned Kellen."
What do you mean?
Well, in the battle, she turned myself and her. She put us into the ethereal realm, leaving Kellen alone against the
Oh
demon.
my gosh, are you serious?
It was shocking.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I look over to Kellen at this point, and I'm just like kind of like feeling bad for him for a second.
Over to your table comes this courier, a large bouquet of flowers, and he sets them down on the table directly in front of Olivia. And says, "I think these are for you. Are you
For me.
Are you Madam Olivia?"
Oh my god, Kellen, that's so sweet, babe. And then I start making out with Kellen.
I totally just roll with it.
The gentleman leaves the flowers and heads out.
Do I see out of the corner of my eye at all that there's like any card or identifying mark on the flowers?
There is indeed
Yeah,
a card attached.
I was gonna say I pull the card and I open it up.
No, I want to roll an opposed like dex check to see if I can get it first.
But I want to give you a -4 to your check, Kellen, because you are making out right now. All right, and that can be kind
But
of
I thought of it
distracting.
first.
No, honestly, I was going to say it as soon as you said it, though. I'm just being totally.
That's how twins work, I guess.
There's like you, me, and then there's like the paper.
Because
Yeah.
this is what's happening. They
And
start
you're like-
making out, and I'm looking at the flowers like right away, and I'm like, I go to grab it because I'm like, flowers. I haven't seen Kellen send flowers in a while. So okay, D20 plus what?
Opposed dex, you said? Is that okay?
Opposed dex checks, please.
So D20 plus dexterity.
29 V.
Hold on. Sorry. So you said -4?
Yeah, -4.
Come on, big money.
You actually push the paper over to me.
Yeah, you kind of like knock the flowers over in an attempt to grab the card.
You knocked
And
the
I catch
flowers
it.
over.
I catch the flowers and I'm like, oh, a note. And I like open it up like I'm like sneaky. And
Wait,
then what
do
do
you
I
catch
read?
the note or the flowers or both?
Both.
I'll just PM it to you in Zoom.
Okay.
And as we stop making out, I'm like, brave and romantic. Completely my kind of man.
I just kind of like smile non-committally, like,
What is it, babe?
And my mouth's just agape at this moment as I read it.
What,
And I
dude?
close it.
I very obviously and blatantly, I'm just going to try to eavesdrop and put my head on Kess's shoulder and read too. If she'll let me.
I like kind of
It's like
show
eye
them
drop.
secretly. Because, I mean, they're making out, so they don't see it anyways. So I look at it, and I'm just like mouth agape, and I like show it to Ransom. I look at him over my shoulder, and I'm
Wow,
just
who's
like,
Alex?
I'm just like wide-eyed at this point, holding this note, and I'm just like, do they notice? Do you guys notice what he says?
I think so, but I don't know if they pay attention.
Let's roll.
Do you want to roll to see if you notice? Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Wait.
You hear it.
Does Anna hear it?
Kellen, you want to roll me a perception check? See if you
Okay.
can hear Ransom say, "Who's Alex?" over the
yes.
other activity you're engaged in.
Do I have any modifiers?
No. Oh, you definitely hear, "Who's Alex?" Like, it cuts through everything.
Can we just can we take a moment, please, and just see
1 and 3.
that, like, the thing I do not want to happen, 20. The thing I want desperately to happen, 1. Only 2 rolls of the show. Oh my gosh.
So it
Anyway,
resonates into your soul.
yeah.
Alex. Who's Alex? Who's Alex?
And I just imagine, like, Kellen's just, like, as soon as he hears the name, just, like, stops making out and just, like, perks his ears up at this point.
He's like making out, and then he just, like, he doesn't even perk up. He just, like, goes completely stone motionless. Just like,
And Olivia's like still kind of making out, but
Yeah.
you're just stopped.
And my face is just cringing at this point because I'm like,
because Jen heard it too, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Olivia did.
oh, I think these flowers may have gotten mixed up. Maybe?
So it's not from you, babe.
No.
Aww.
No, it's from Alex. You heard me, didn't you?
I like elbow Ransom.
Callan's looking at Ransom like this.
I elbow Ransom like, don't say anything.
Well, I guess it's from Alex Gilder, like the noble guy that wanted to maybe hire a band.
Oh yeah, that's nice. It's business flowers.
Yeah, I guess he wants us to. Maybe he wants to hire us. What's the note saying?
I'm crumpling it as they're
Oh,
talking.
looks like it got broken. Babe, you're such a good band manager. I like wrap my arms around. Oh man, babe, you're such a good band manager. That's why we're getting so much business.
I just start responding to Olivia. It said, "To my golden girl." May
And
all
I like,
days-
I immediately like
I tried-
stop Ransom and I like
I
kiss him
tried
or
to
do
get-
whatever to distract him.
I tried to tear up the
What?
notes from their hands because I don't believe what he's saying right now.
And I'm like holding it back, like, no.
I want to see the note. I don't believe that's what.
What? She asked me a question. Friends don't keep things from friends.
I want to roll.
This
to
other
get
guy,
the
I've
note.
never seen him.
I want to get the note. What's my role?
She's got it firmly in her hand. It's a small note. She can hold it entirely in her fist if she needs to.
I'm holding it in my fist. So
Yeah.
can she roll to like get it out of my fist?
Yeah, it would be like an opposed strength check, but I would give V advantage on it.
Okay.
You would roll two strength checks, V, and take the higher one of the two.
Okay.
And Olivia would just roll the one strength check.
Okay. You
Do
start.
I roll like a 2d20?
You
Or
can
no?
do 2d20 d1 plus whatever your strength modifier is. The d1 means drop the one lowest.
Okay. I'm just gonna do 2.
Okay. So you got to
Damn.
beat a 30, Jen.
Ah!
No way.
I'm like, give me a note. Well, what does it say? Is it talking about the band or something? Or maybe about the ball? Maybe there's info about the ball?
You know, if you would just let me finish instead of interrupting. Right? So, like I said, it was a pretty short note, so I remember it. Wait!
Why won't you let him read the note?
Because I don't think you want to hear what it has to say. Let's
I
just
don't
drop
want
it.
to
I
hear-
think the flowers were just.
Does he
let's
not
just
want-
not.
Does he not want to hire the band? Is that it?
I don't know.
No, it sounded like it was just a
Is it like
personal gift.
apology flowers saying no thank you, but you're nice, so here are flowers?
I hold my hand out to Kess to see if she'll give me the letter, the card.
Is he giving me any look of guilt right now?
No, it's more questioning, like when I grow up, like will you give it to me?
I hand him the note.
I PM'd it to you.
I look at it and I read it, and Kellen takes a deep breath. He scrunches up his mouth and he goes, crumples it. He says, I do not like that guy. And it is time
Did
that
he
he is.
insult the band?
He insulted me.
How
Personally.
so? What did he write? Jeez. I thought he loved your music.
Well, babe, I didn't want to tell you because I know you would never, sorry, I'm Evelyn right now. I'm getting out of her. Hold on. I know you would never do anything in the whole world to imply that you were open to cheating on me, but he seems to imply that he thinks you're that kind of girl, and that insults me
What?
because I don't think he should think that way about you.
That's ridiculous. I don't understand why he'd think that.
He seems to
What does the
think,
note say? Can I see it, please?
I hand it in a crumpled mess. I kind of fling it at her, just like, here.
What's it?
Olivia, what happened when you went to go see him? Did he
Olivia.
try anything on you?
The note,
And I
I'll
look
just
at her.
read it for all of chat to hear. It says, to my golden girl, may all your days be gilded. Alex.
What does that mean?
Gilded?
Covered in gold.
Oh,
And I'm still looking at Olivia waiting for
I
an
see.
answer.
It's a double meaning. How clever.
how does that mean anything bad besides that he thinks I'm pretty?
Well, he has a pet name for you. That's not
Golden
normal.
girl? Maybe it just means that I'm talented or that I'm the manager of a golden
May all
band.
your days be full of riches. What happened when you went over there? Did he try to flirt with you? And I wait for her answer.
I mean, he was like every man, right? Like, he did say I was looking good today, but I don't take that as like...
Well, I need to go set him straight then.
At this moment, one of Kelbell's men-at-arms arrives at your table and goes, excuse me, you are the party that Kelbell sent to Eridon, are you not?
Who's asking?
I am Private Random.
Hi, Private
Really?
Random.
Yes. Kelbell has sent me to find you lot and bring back your report.
No, that's probably what we should have done immediately.
Well,
He gives you a
I
knowing
discovered
nod.
nothing was wrong, so my report is that everything is fine.
I'm sorry, I'm not authorized to take your report. You're gonna have to give it to her yourself.
Ah,
Would that I could,
Okay.
ma'am.
I'm just really busy right now. I have a personal matter I need to attend to, so I'm gonna need some time.
we will definitely come see Cowbell today. If you could send that information back to her.
Shall I tell her you will be there before nightfall?
Yes, we'll be there before nightfall.
He gives you a nod and then a salute, and then kind
Right,
of turns
after
on
all,
his
the
heel.
problem is so big that it wouldn't really matter if you got a day head start on it.
He turns around. Excuse me?
Oh, I mean, the entire place is getting ravaged, but we're taking our time, so just one moment.
Is this really news that should be waiting, sir? This sounds rather important. Shouldn't she hear it immediately?
You know, you're probably right.
He clears his voice and looks expectantly.
You could give her an advance notice that Cauldron has completely fallen. Thank you.
Only Cauldron?
Yeah, good news, right? Well, I guess it's not as bad as you thought then.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is Stromheim and Limestone are completely fine. So that's our advance note. I know you're not, qualified to take this note, but I trust in your abilities. Private Random.
He nods slowly and carefully turns on his heel and walks out of the bar.
Okay, I need to go see this Alex character.
Well, I think we should go talk to Kelbell first, and then we can go.
Oh, what's the need? We already reported.
What?
Well, if Olivia says we need to go see Kelbell, she's the manager, she knows, but babe, I need to go talk to this Alex guy so he doesn't show you the same disrespect ever again.
I agree. He needs to be put in his place. He should not be flirting with you, not with another man's
I
woman.
don't see that as flirting, but
He's
Babe, that's
sending you
so
flowers.
sweet.
if that makes you more comfortable, I have no issue with that.
Babe, I just want to defend your honor. Like, you're so sweet that you don't notice it, but everybody in the whole world wants you. And it's just really hard to notice that when you're you, because you're
Not
so
me.
humble. Everyone does.
Nope, except me.
It's fine.
But like, why is it a big deal about this guy when clearly a lot of guys would want to,
Well, he's
do the
sending
sexy
you
with-
stuff. He gave you chainmail, and now he's giving you flowers. What's next? He's gonna buy you a house and a ring and all the things.
Wait, that's exactly what you wanted, Olivia.
I did want all those things.
God.
But I mean,
Hold on, can we just take a moment here? Kellen, what's going through your head when Olivia says, well, I do want all those things?
Just shock and like, oh no. Because he immediately thinks like, well, I'll get her those. And then he realizes that she has all his money. So he just kind of is looking like, babe, if you want a house, you want a ring, we'll get you a house and a ring. I didn't know. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't want them now, but like, ultimately I do want those things. I don't want to lie about it. But like, I don't expect this random guy to give me those things. I feel like it's kind of things that happen in your life, like you get at this stage where suddenly like a house makes sense and like a ring makes sense. It's like you guys with your ring.
Yeah, totally.
I don't really want a house right now, though. I mean, I would take a house that I'd keep my stuff in, but I wouldn't want to like permanently live in it, if you know what I mean, because like we're traveling and all.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to all have a house one day. That's nothing.
So what's so unusual about me wanting a house and a ring? It feels like what every girl dreams of.
It's not wrong at all, babe. Not wrong at all. That's like totally normal. It's just that this guy, he insulted your honor, I felt like, but, he kind of just looks at her like wanting her approval.
Well, I don't feel insulted, but I don't think you should feel threatened.
Well, that's sweet, babe.
Let's just go to this place and then we'll go see Alex, or you can go alone or whatever.
Okay. Whatever you say, babe. He seems placated, so he just like holds her hand.
And off the party goes to speak to Lord Gilder or Kelbell.
Kelbell.
Okay.
Yeah.
The party gathers their stuff, finishes their food and drinks, and heads for Kelbell's estate. Why don't we take our first break here, and when we come back, we'll check in with Kelbell. See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.